Whoa, what's going on, everybody? It's a new day and it's some new patch notes right here. This is patch 0.2.1, so the first patch in the private beta 2, because private beta 2 was 0.2.0. So this has been released, I think, 5 days ago, and I kinda slept on it. I kinda didn't realize it was released, and finally I realized it. I need to prepare for the tournament because we have qualified for the tournament. I was rank 1 on the first qualification day, so I'm super stoked that I'm in there and I can chill a little bit and just prepare for the tournament. Don't have to grind like a madman, because we were grinding like a madman on the first day. Anyway, so in preparation for the tournament, we definitely have to check out the patch notes, and that's what we're gonna do now here. I haven't read through them yet. We're just gonna go over the most important part together. So let's read the intro. You don't need to re-download the client for this patch. It's purely data. It will automatically update, which is super nice. So they have a way to do just hotfixes in the game. We don't have to re-download this. Perfect. So changes: pterodactyl line, ramphy line. During the private beta 2 changes, a buff snuck in, harming the counterplane pterodactyl's design. Reverting this buff, increasing its energy cost and decreasing the starting energy to allow players to focus on pterodactyl before it gets its omega off. Due to the additional power, omega power scaling available via the phantom synergy, there has also been a nerf to his base omega damage. And I didn't know that, and I've been playing the pterodactyl line, and it was still one-hitting units with the right augments, like just his omega. If you get it to crit and put a lot of crit and crit damage on it, it's still very good. So I guess the nerf was nice. It feels still like very nice, but not overpowered. So here's the raw stats on that. I'm gonna put the link to this patch notes in the description below if you want to read up on that. Jumping to the Alkaline, Adorius. More attack range. Make it a backline unit, an extreme backline unit, I guess. 60 to 70, no huge change. Axolotl line, Atlas, Axon, Axodon. Was scaling too well with omega power. We'll be experimenting with preventing energy gain from damage received whilst the shield is active. So basically Axon will be mana locked while the shield is on him. That was a very well needed change, and now it feels way more balanced. It was way too OP when private beta 2 came out, so that's good. It's still pretty viable, but just not broken anymore. The buff duration went from 7 to 5 seconds, and less damage. Perfect. Type online. Vermilier. Scales too well with omega power. We've toned down the energy attack damage it gains while in its omega. And also the attack range has been lowered. Oh, Typhon. Typhon is not Vermilier, it's the snail line, Furiox, Scoriox. Attack range has been lowered, which I don't agree too much on it. I guess they wanted to not be an extreme backline unit, like mentioned here, and more a midline unit, especially with his magma buff. I guess it makes sense. And also the energy attack damage has been lowered whilst in the omega. It's still very, very good, especially with the right augments on it. Still very valuable. The snail, one of the best carries in the game. Pangolin line, Sear, Flare, and Singed. We've implemented a minor tweak to help stage 1 to be more reliable in its omega. Awesome. More AoE, higher radius for the AoE damage. Sounds good. Pistol Shrimp line was doing significantly more damage than intended. The omega description is incorrectly. It say it did every second damage, when in reality that applied damage every 0.2 seconds. Also, attack range changed. Attack range has been higher. Pistol Shrimp is supposed to be a backline unit, not a mid-range unit. Attack damage has been lowered a lot. You can really feel that. And sometimes you need to make up with your augment, giving him energy attack damage to get up again to make those crazy auto hits. And the damage per second is now 200. Same changes for everything. Armament changes. We have toned down the amount of energy attack damage received from the Scion gauntlets and the empath stats. So armaments are the weapons and the armor of the ranger. And Scion gauntlets energy damage has been toned down, and empath staff reduce the health gain from armaments. Generally, all armaments are a little weaker, except the pistol, which has received a buff with higher tier, and the stage armaments reduced to a greater extent. Alrighty. Perfect. Synergy changes. Steam. This was overperforming. So now the energy regeneration has been lowered to not get more than water does, which is only focusing on energy regen. And energy attack damage per fire synergy has been lowered as well. Survival mode changes. The feedback from the community has been very positive regarding the interest mechanic. I have heard a lot of bad feedback about it. Basically now we don't have to grind so much anymore with the checkpoint, but we have to grind way more with the early waves, just playing hundreds of times, figuring out the best interest, the lowest expenditure, which results in a huge grind again, which is, many people don't like it so much. Like the day I was grinding for the qualifiers, I was grinding like 10 hours till I really figured it out. Like I was playing all day, and at the end of the day I finally figured out everything to get up in the top 3 of the leaderboard. So I don't know, it feels almost more grindy than Private Beta 2 with the interest, so I'm not the biggest fan. It's nice that the early waves are more important, but I don't know, a bit too much important, I feel like. Interest reduced from 10% to 5%. This is a huge change. We'd like to accommodate high-end play by considering the variety of decks, waves, and players daily. We've added 10 more waves to survival mode competitive and survival mode training. Alrighty, I guess that means 50 is now the highest wave. It's crazy. And yeah, this gives us a lot less mastery points to work with from the interest. We still have to do the interest, but it just matters less, but you still gotta do it. And this basically means for 80 points of interest, 80 points of mastery points, you get 4 interest instead of 8, how it used to be, half. And also it's rounded down. So if you have like 99 mastery points right now, you're getting still 4. So every 20 mastery points, you get 1 more interest. For 99, you get 4. For 137, you get 6. Right? 137. Rounded down to 120, 5% of that, 6. Alrighty. Bug fixes. We have resolved some bugs that caused their runs to end prematurely. Wonderful, love to see it. Alrighty, all in all, really good patch notes, I feel like. Units that really need it. A nerf, got a nerf, like Axon. Also the Shrimp. Shrimp still feels really nice. I guess Scoriox is now way better than Shrimp though, because Scoriox wasn't nerfed so much. Elk feels pretty useless at the moment if you're not getting too Mystic, so I mean, they didn't change much, but Private Beta 2 Elk hasn't been as effective as it used to be. It used to be a god unit, and now it's somewhat in the lower mid-range, I feel like, so yeah, I would like to see a bit of a Elk buff again, and maybe a Mystic nerf. Make it more consistent and not just Adorius is only viable when you have a staff, so you can get double Mystic with your Ranger. Cool, quick rundown, small little patch, good to know. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna be uploading more gameplay videos soon, but I'm just really busy practicing for the tournament. I wanna win this thing. and there is a lot of competition. Wipers, Smartass, who else is in there? A lot of other people, and it's gonna be tough. So I really need to prepare for that. And yeah, I'm gonna show you as soon as I can what I've been up to. Until then, I hope you're in the private beta 2. There's still 2 more days. Yeah, and I hope you in the tournament too. There's still 2 more days to qualify. I hope to see you there, and it's gonna be a fun time. I'm not sure if I can stream the tournament. Right, I have to stream my gameplay, but I don't know if I can be talking because my girlfriend is sleeping next to me. It's gonna be like 1 AM in the morning when the tournament starts. So if I stream, I will have to talk like this. But that could work out too. Then I can stream. Anyway, stay. See you tomorrow. All the best. Much love. Peace out.